Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So continuing on with my walkthroughs of all my different planners, this is the last planner that I have to show you. So this part of Friday Favourites is coming to an end. This is one that you guys wouldn't have seen very much of, but ironically the last one I'm showing you is the first one I ever bought. So this is the light mint planner that came with the, I think it came in the Friends of the Forest collection. For some strange reason that's what I want to call it. You'll know which one it is when I open it up in a second. But it was the very, very, very first planner I ever got from Kikki.k, and I remember getting it on sale, and I remember thinking, oh wow, I've done really well, and then I fell in love with them, and now I can't stop buying them. It's terrible. But this was originally my work planner. What it's now become, because I don't really need a planner for work in my new job, it's now become my footy planner. So as I've told you guys before, I do some work on the weekends at the AFL and the NEFL. So this keeps all those details in here so that I can just grab this and go basically on a weekend. So opening her up, you'll notice there's very little decoration in here. You'll notice it's a bit dirty. There's very little decoration on purpose because this is just one of those planners where decoration is not actually going to be all that helpful. I do keep some glue dots in here just in case. I very rarely use them, but they are there just in case I need them. And there's nothing back there. Something I have noticed is this leather in particular is very, very, very soft. I love that though. It's a real, you can tell this one's the oldest because it feels the softest, it feels the nicest of all of them. This is also the only planner that I've kept a little notepad on the side, and that's because I actually use them. When I'm working on the weekends, often I can't actually speak to the other person that I'm working with, so if I need to tell them something, I might write them a little note, and these pieces of paper in particular, and because I've got so many notepads like this, are actually really helpful. So on this side I have this is the dashboard from the Planner Dashboard Kit in the Why Not range. I just think it looks really cool with the laminated dashboard that I have there. That's the only reason it's there. I just think it looks cool, and yeah, I like it. This particular dashboard was, I think, the first one I ever actually made. It's just made just using a piece of scrapbook paper and some glitter washi tape, and I just laminated it. Just take that off because it's got passwords and stuff on it. So nothing on that side. I deliberately left it like that. I wanted this one to be a bit more rustic. So then I've got quick guides for all the different things for work. Then I have got, I'll just put my passwords back so I don't lose them because I lose everything. So this first tab, this is the AFL tab. So basically with my job on the weekends, it's sort of split into AFL and NEFL, and I'll try not to go into too much detail because let's face it, you guys don't need to know. But so I sort of split my planner up the same way into AFL and NEFL. So this first page is just first tab, and there's just two, and I like the fact that there's just two. I think that's kind of cool. So the first tab's just a piece of scrapbook paper. This is from the Why Not range, and then I've just got some washi tape on the bottom, and this is just scrapbook paper on the back, and I've left that one very plain on purpose. And then I basically just got notes, team lists from all the games I did for the year. These are basically redundant now, but just something I felt like it was a good idea to keep while the season was on, but now the season's over, I'll probably throw some of these away. And then the one at the back is just another piece of scrapbook paper. Oh, actually, this is from the Cute Paper Lovers book. This is the orange and blue dot one, which I really like the blue side. I just don't like the orange side. And then I've just decorated it with a tag, and then I've just got some plain scrapbook paper on the back. And then in here, I've just written out these are just all the teams. So because you've got to be able to kind of identify who the players are, so I've kind of written myself little notes on some of these as to who they might be so that I can learn them a little bit quicker. And then I've just got a bookmark here that I made just by laminating it basically, and this is just a sheet that we fill out during the game, so they're all just there, and I've got all the ones that I've done for the year, plus all the team sheets, which is the same thing with the AFL. I've just kept them because I thought it was a good idea to keep them. But now that the season's over, they'll probably end up in the recycling bin. And then just at the back I have a ruler and another dashboard just to keep these from kind of rolling up, and then just a notepad at the back. I do tend to keep the notepads in the back. Sometimes I don't think they're a great idea, but I tend to like them there. I think it's always good to have a piece of scrap paper to kind of scribble on. So that's sort of why I choose to keep them. In regard to this planner, this is actually one of my favourites, and the other reason is because it's got silver rings. It's the only one I have, I think, that has silver rings, and I wish Kikki.k would go back to the silver. The only sort of gripe that I have with this planner, two things. Number one, the pink gets dirty really quickly and it's very hard to keep clean. Second of all, and it's kind of bugged me since I got it, is that the rings are silver but the hardware is gold, and that it's bugged me since the day I got it. But at the same time, I kind of love it because you can tell this is when Kikki.k first started doing planners, and you can see how far they've kind of progressed, because things like that, except in the rose gold, don't usually happen anymore. So that is it. That's my footy planner. That's also it for this Friday Favourites kind of collection that we've been doing. I'm going back to different categories of ones for the next couple of weeks. I have some categories all ready to show you, so I'm very excited to start back on those again. And then I have something extra super special coming up for you in November, so stay tuned to that. If you haven't already, now is a really good time to subscribe. I know not subscribing, you guys know that I post on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, but if you're not subscribed, you don't know when I've released all my little bonus videos, which I've been doing a little bit lately. So if you don't subscribe, you're gonna miss stuff, and that's just not fun for anybody. I'm just kidding. Don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but I do very much appreciate those people that do. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Which one of my planners did you like the best? I'd love to know which one you sort of thought was the most useful, and which one had ideas that you're going to take and use in your planner. I'd love to hear that, and you can get in contact with me. You can leave me a comment down below, or you can find me on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, or you can send me an email if you really want to. And that's basically it for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I will see you for decoration on Monday. See you later. Bye.